What's more important, getting tee work in or getting overhand toss in?
Atta boy. Yes, sir.
You have two tools there as a hitter when you're inside the cage. You have tee and you have overhand. We'll add a third tool, which is underhand toss. Understand that the game is played with a pitcher throwing overhand to you. Now, when we talk about machines, that's a whole total different aspect of it. But going off of my conversation with you guys on timing and how to time up pitches, I'm a huge advocate that I would rather spend more time having someone overhand toss to me or having a machine tossing to me than spending time off of the tee. Now, that doesn't say that you should neglect the tee at all. That's just personal preference and what I have seen with my players. I have had more success with guys that are able to see more overhand toss, not less overhand toss. The tee work is great. So I use the tee constantly at the beginning parts of whenever I have a one-on-one session with a new person or a new player that I'm dealing with. But once I start getting to know them and I start seeing their swing and I start understanding like what works, what doesn't, what drills are effective, what drills are not effective, I don't spend that much time on the tee. At most cases, with my guys that I call them my veterans, the guys that I've seen for consistently over 2 to 3 year periods, we literally just sit off the tee for, if we're trying to fix one mechanical adjustment, we use it for a purposeful reason. So if we're like here's an example. If we're working on the back hip drive, I let that tee sit there so they're able to focus in on their back hip drive. They're not focusing in on a ball moving at them. And then once I start feeling like they're comfortable with that adjustment, then we start moving into overhand. And I want to try to get to overhand as fast as I possibly can. But again, it goes back off of the base layer, is that they have to understand the new concept. Once they understand the new concept, then we move into underhand toss. And if I feel like they understand it there, then we quickly go into overhand. So understand you're dealing with 3 different avenues to be able to effectively produce hitters. Being able to just stick on tee is not going to make you a really good hitter. It's going to make you mechanically sound, but it's not going to make you a good hitter. Front toss is the same thing. It's going to help you with how to handle certain locations when they're moving at you. But again, are you able to understand two-seam movement, cutters, or change-ups, even split fingers? Are you able to understand that? If you don't work off of that, off of a machine, or even off of overhand, how do you expect to be able to hit that in a game? So I'm a huge proponent of trying to get as much time in as I can, being able to see a ball being thrown at me. And again, it's really hard to find those really good BP throwers. So a machine is a good supplement. It's not the best supplement, but it is a good supplement for being able to train guys. So if you can find any way to get as many reps as you possibly can, where there's a ball coming at you from a good sized distance at a pretty decent speed with movement, I would try to do that as much as I possibly can. And then when you're trying to fix a mechanical flaw or you feel like something's off, whether you're not getting your hands inside of it, it's okay just to say, hey, time out. Let's not do overhand and machine work right now. Let's take a 5-minute break. Let's get back on the tee. I want to work on this, and then head back into it. I do that constantly as well. What's your guys' thoughts? What do you think of the tee? What do you think of underhand toss? What do you think of overhand toss? Do you think that I'm full of it? What is your thoughts? What is your opinion? What works for you? You can email me, spiker@rawlingstigers.com, or you can tweet at me @spikerhelms. Always willing to open the conversation in the public space. Thanks, guys. See ya.